Ah, okay. I have water. I went to the bathroom. My phone is still on silence. I think I'm good.
Here we are, once again, playing Once on a Windswept Night. And I am joined. Blah 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 blah. Man, I'm flubbing everything.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. Evil Guacamole Gaming, that's what we is. I am the Devil's Avocado. And I am joined by...
Hi, I'm Lay Filet.
Yep, we're...
That's me.
Just gotta keep going.
We're just gonna keep going. We sat down with a pretty lady who basically made our tongue go numb. There we go. And we're
and
just
our heart
like...
flatter, and
Yep.
Our...
she made us dumb.
It's sapphic. It's pretty sapphic. Ding ding.
Yep. Ding
But,
ding, alright. And we sat down,
yes.
and now she's reading us a bedtime story. And
Oh.
then we're gonna go to bed.
Read us a story, pretty lady. Boosh. Oh, there's the... Once on a Windswept Night. Yeah, actually, you want to read this?
Yeah, I could do that. Since I figure it's probably her reading it too.
Indeed. Good point.
Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, there was a traveler. Now, you are probably thinking that this is not a particularly exciting beginning to this tale, and neither is it all that original. There are travelers from all walks of life who wander across lands both near and far for innumerable reasons: business, pleasure, or just plain necessity. This story, however, is a little different. It is not an epic, sweeping tale of grand adventure. There are no sword fights, no dragons, and no princesses sealed away in high towers. It is a lot smaller than that. Humbler. It is a simple story about how one such traveler, who should have been unremarkable by all accounts, stumbled upon a secret tucked away in a small, dusty corner where few bothered to venture, and managed to change the lives of two young women. Yes, that sounds like an interesting story. Wouldn't you agree, Mochi?
Yeah. I'd go for that. Is that written down in there? Because that feels a little weird. Are you already writing that? Why are you writing in that book?
Oh, don't mind that. It's just a thing we do to develop the stories. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll take the traveler.
Sounds good.
Ugh, I can't believe this. I'm gonna feel weird at this. Like, there's a definite, like, we haven't disclosed the gender. Then it's gonna, like, be like, hey, look, it's a very femme woman.
Yeah, I know, right?
I
guess
feel it coming, but oh well. A shadowy figure was tramping through the moors. Oh wait, that would be you.
I was asking. I'm just like, should I read the narration in this part since it's technically part of the book?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, the sound went away, and I'm like,
yes.
What did I do? A shadowy figure was tramping through the moors, a hood drawn over their face. Rain pelted the figure from all sides, and the wind stirred the edges of their worn traveling cloak. Cloak? Yes, that is a word.
Yes.
Still, the figure did not slow their solitary march. They could not. If they did, they might collapse from fatigue, and then they would never be able to get back up again. The rain on these desolate moors were unforgiving. It fell from the grey, overcast sky endlessly, threatening to submerge the landscape with water. That was a really weird way to say water.
It seemed right to me.
I mean, it worked. Not that the landscape was much to look at, really. There were a few scrubby, weather-blasted bushes and a withered old tree that seemed ready to collapse. That was all. Oh God, I have to speak French! No! French words here. It was the travelers' first time in Dacoys, and they were not particularly impressed. Dacois? It's probably Dacois.
That accursed goblin. What did he take me for? If I see him again, I'll wring his neck.
The traveler cursed under their breath. There was no reason for them to do
Dicks.
so, as there was nobody within 100 miles who could have heard them, but it made them feel a bit better. It gave them a reason to keep going.
Ass damn fart.
Revenge. They couldn't let themselves die out here. Not until they had tracked down that conniving, backstabbing rogue and... What? Killed him? No. That would never work. The traveler was a merchant, not a mercenary, and they had never killed anybody before. They were a vegetarian, for goodness sake. Oh God. You know those vegetarians, they can't kill anything, right? Yep, that's how it goes. That's exactly how it goes.
What?
They would have to do something else then. But what? Maybe this was nothing more than foolishness. Dacois was a large country, and the goblin would be long gone by now. They would never see him again.
No, I can't back down. I will find him. I will.
The traveler's ears twitched, their nose was running.
Ew, gross.
A little bit like real life here. They sniffled, trying to stem the trail of snot that was beginning to trickle from their right nostril. Oh God, gross! Why? That wasn't very appealing. This meta. What is happening to this game? The rain had seeped through their traveling cloak, and the traveler's skin was icy cold. Even their shoes were waterlogged, and they were good shoes, too. High-quality dragon hide from the best tailor in Charlotte. Not that it mattered now. They were ruined.
That goblin. I have to find him. I'll show him what for. Even what 5.
Even what 5? God dang it.
I will hate him 5 ever.
Also, I don't know if you
Could have.
noticed, but there's some interesting buttons up top of this dialogue. We have back, we have record. Auto's obviously there and configure.
Yeah.
But record is that interesting button. I'm sure we'll find out what it does soon.
Oh, I just clicked it.
Oh,
Record
what?
story so far.
What did it do?
Record. Okay.
Oh, is it the save?
Oh.
Yeah, it must be the save.
Yes, it is the save. This must be that you're not allowed to what's the term for it? Save scum. Could
Yeah,
have
that
dropped
makes
me
sense.
off outside the village gates, but no. It's only a 5-minute walk, he said. Follow the path, he said. What path?
The traveler had been duped, and they knew it. The goblin had not only taken their money, but had refused to deliver them to their destination. They had been walking for 5 hours and had still not encountered a single dwelling. The rain was getting heavier. The traveler did not fancy their chances. What if they died? But life, as always, has a way of providing when we need it the most. When things look grim and we have lost all hope, there is always a light to guide us. A light that takes us by the metaphorical hand and envelops us in warmth. At least, that is how stories work.
I was about to say, like, unless it doesn't and you die.
Yeah.
'Cause that happens.
Speaking of...
But you're right. That is how stories work.
That is how stories work. But speaking of, it would be a tragically short tale if the main character died within the first 5 minutes.
But again, that would be a good troll.
It was when the traveler finally accepted the possibility of their own imminent death, with teary eyes and a snotty nose, that they chanced upon it. Corndog Maestro playing Undertale, which is blocking my ability to change the narrative. Thank you. Salvation.
Salvation.
There, in the distance, over the tops of one of the many hills, was a shape, a structure, a building.
Structure.
It was no... I know, right? It's like, a building? Oh, I'm so saved! It was no mere Rewind. It was no piece of mere vegetation, like the other markets that... Markets? Really? Really?
Markers.
It was no piece of mere vegetation, like the other markers that dotted the environment. Okay. Fuck it!
Yeah. You did. You get. It's good. Cha-ching.
This shadow, though faint, had walls and a roof, and there were lights flickering in the windows like fireflies. Yay, they're saved! Yay! Yay!
Salvation! Ah. Gulped.
The traveler gulped. They had almost succumbed to the cold. Their fiery indignation towards the goblin had faded alongside their last scraps of strength, and they had been on the verge of surrender. Sweet, blissful surrender. But they could hardly do that now. They had to keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Fucking hope ruined my desire for death.
Oh god, now we have a nun! Oh no!
I think we have 2 nuns.
We might have 2 nuns.
If I remember how this goes. There's a blonde nun and a redheaded nun, I believe. Which one do you want?
You know what? I'll take the blonde.
Okay.
Just because she looks so sweet and innocent. So let's see, come up with a sweet and innocent voice for her. Oh my, are you alright?
Are you committing to this?
I'm committing to the bit.
Okay.
It'll be a nice foil to the other voice I have to do. The sodden traveler was met in the entrance of the church by a young woman wearing the garb of a nun. Her habit was navy, her hair was a cornflower blonde, and her eyes were blue. These blue eyes were fringed by very long, pale eyelashes, and when she blinked, the traveler feared she might lacerate her own irises with them, such was their length. In a word, she was pretty. Almost inhumanly so. Enough to take the traveler's breath away.
Well, we don't know if this is sapphic yet, though.
That's a good question. Is it sapphic yet?
Is it? I'm cool.
Is that how you're gonna read the line? Okay.
Yep.
Yep, that works. That works. It's perfect. Yep. But the traveler was uneasy on their feet, and they faltered.
I think I'm gonna sit down for a few moments and concentrate on not dying.
But of course, please rest a while. The nun took hold of the traveler's hand. Okay, that isn't peaking my mic, thank God. I'm gonna regret every choice I've made.
The only problem I have with it is that's clearly a much older voice than this character. Like,
exactly, but it works.
Not that I have a problem with like not being like the "oh pretty yay yay" whatever voice, but like the only way this is possible is if this nun's been smoking a pack a day since they were 5.
Clearly you haven't heard Kat's dino voice. Hoi, hoi. Her skin was soft and warm, and the traveler's face flushed from the close contact. Not that the nun noticed. The traveler's face was, after all, still obscured by the heavy hood. By that heavy hood. The nun led the traveler to one of the wooden pews, and there the traveler sat. They had not realized how exhausted they were until the pressure had been taken off their feet.
Oh dear! You are exhausted. You should stay here for the night.
No, I couldn't. I don't want to impose. I'll just go die someplace else. And there's somewhere else I need to be, which I have absolutely no physical way of doing.
Don't be silly. It is raining witches and warlocks outside.
That's my favorite game.
Raining witches and warlocks?
Just source books. It's alright. I'm rather durable.
The traveler raised one slender arm, and the folds of their cloak fluttering, and tried to flex their muscles. The nun did not seem impressed.
I didn't come here to be to impress none of you idiots.
Though she was a soft woman with gentle curves and golden hair, there was a certain hardness about her. Schoolmistressy. Mistressy? Okay, perhaps. That made one point absolutely apparent. If she wanted to care for somebody, she would, no matter how unwilling that somebody was.
This is the setup for... Well, let's keep going.
Yep, let's keep going. The traveler was weak against people like this.
That is very impressive, but you are dripping wet. You'll catch your death of cold.
Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger?
And whatever kills you, kills you.
I'm a Saiyan. I am a true Saiyan.
You're a true Saiyan?
Yeah, whatever doesn't kill me. Every time I survive, I become much more powerful. You should see my power levels at this point.
And whatever does kill you, you idiot!
Yeah, yes, I
Really?
I mean,
you didn't think of that?
That's some autistic truth right there.
It is a good thing that you chanced upon this church. We didn't get many visitors.
The nun's voice trailed off. It sure did. The nun's voice trailed off, and the traveler felt inclined to ask why that was. It sounded like the beginning of a story. Some narrative thread one would do well to follow, but the nun shook her head and the moment passed.
Are you hungry?
The traveler was hungry, starving in fact, but they had more pressing concerns to address.
I was wondering if you could answer a question.
And what might that be?
How far away is Castella?
Castella, I suppose it's a good 10 miles away. It would take 2 hours to reach on foot. In this weather, however, it could take as much as 4 or 5.
That's like 22 kilometers.
Yeah. I don't buy it, but okay. Sounds fake, but okay.
Sounds fake, but no, that's about right. I think it's about 2.2 kilometers per mile.
Well, I mean,
but anyway.
So anyway, 10 miles.
Yeah. What that's so much for 5 minutes on the path.
I know, right? Freaking goblin, man. He's just lying left and right. It's all gonna be 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. It's 10 miles away, you moron.
In fairness, maybe he went the wrong way the entire time, and like the only reason why it's 10 miles away is because he's
been going the opposite
traveled
direction.
10 miles in the wrong direction in the rain.
I mean, possibly.
Maybe the traveler's just a real idiot and the goblin was a decent fellow the whole time.
Maybe. It could
That
be.
goblin. When I see him, I'll hit him so hard his ancestors will feel it.
Goblin? Are you, by any chance, going to the market in Castella?
That's right. I have wares to sell, and I needs to sell them. It is imperative that I get to the village before the break of day so that I can set up my stall.
You say that you need to, but that is not possible. The rain is too great, and in your condition...
Who cares about my condition? Yeah, my mother? Are you my mother? No, really, are you? I really don't know.
I'm pretty sure I'm not. I mean, I'm a nun, so kind of hard to be your
That doesn't-
mom. Especially considering I'm like, what, 16?
Oh, yeah, that's probably a better point. I'm just saying, I've met some nuns before. Anyway, if I don't make any sales, I won't have enough money to eat. That's the reality of life.
I've met some nuns before. It's like, yes, that makes perfect sense as to why she's your mother. Especially
I
after
don't know where I was going with that.
That makes it even better. Especially after the traveler had given that goblin 5 gold coins. 5 gold coins was not an especially large sum, but it all added up. The nun, however, remained firm.
If you want to know who cares about your condition, I do. As a servant of Lady Madeline, it would be a grave sin for me to let you leave in this state. It is a suicide march. You will die.
Buh.
No buts.
But I don't even know you. Why do you care so much?
Because it is my calling to care. I don't want to see any more people suffer. Not this time.
The "not this time" hung in the air, suspended by its own ellipses. What the fuck? It was, again, an invitation to ask questions, a loose thread in a story that was only just unraveling. But it had not unraveled enough. You need to reach friendship level 5 to unlock the tragic backstory.
Shit.
Not yet. There were further introductions to be done.
There will be no more arguing. You will stay here tonight whether you want to or not.
What a pain. Also, I'm kind of curious as to what methods that you would use to keep me from leaving. You know.
A brown chicken. No. It was not, the traveler had to admit, their finest hour.
Now, you must get some food in your belly. When was the last time you ate?
I don't know, like 6-7 hours ago, something like that.
That will never do. I will have to tell Daffodil.
Daffodil?
She is the other sister who tends to this church. I will wake her and tell her about you, and we can make you some food.
I like where this is going. I mean, no. You don't need to wake anybody, not on my account.
I love that. I like where this is going. Never mind. Nope.
But I must. It is my duty as a sister.
And though the traveler wanted to object, it was their duty as a merchant to sell their wares. They could not. The expression on the nun's face was so determined it would have felt like a great cruelty to rob her of this chance.
I will tell Daffodil. You, meanwhile, will remain here.
This poor sob's to terrible state fills you with determination. I will.
You must.
Or what? All right. Or what? Oh, really?
Just keep pushing that envelope. Just keep pushing it.
Like, not
That
even
just
in,
something
like,
happens.
just curious. Like, not even entirely in a sexy way, but like, do you have like chains or ropes or stuff? Like,
that's getting a
is that
little
how
kinky
you-
for a nun.
Listen, I've met some nuns.
I've met some nuns.
That'll be the title for this episode. I've met some nuns.
With ropes and chains, no less.
Yes.
I don't think those
Well.
were nuns, even if they were wearing habits.
It is. I'm not in the habit of questioning a nun.
You can look around a bit if you wish, but there isn't anything particularly interesting. You can try to steal our valuables if you have half the mind to pursue a career as a criminal, but you would be wasting your time. There isn't anything here worth selling.
You make me sound like some sort of rogue. I'm clearly at best
Yeah.
NPC merchant.
I was not trying to accuse you. I was simply informing you of our financial circumstances. The churches have been in a state of decline as of late.
Is that why there's only 2 sisters working here?
That is a bit complicated.
Oh, great. That's
Here
the
we go
worst
again.
Facebook status.
Here we go again. A troubled expression fell upon the nun's countenance, and the traveler felt guilty for having asked the question at all. It was clear there was a deeper mystery afoot, but the traveler did not know what.
So,
The nun clapped her hands together.
before I leave, is there anything you would like to know?
Oh. Yes, I just realized I don't know what your name is.
My name?
It isn't
Oh.
the nun, right?
The nun blinked, her spiky lashes fluttering. Once again, the traveler worried her lashes might pierce those clear blue eyes of hers, and they would leak optical fluid down her cheeks. What the hell is this writing? That was mere fancy, however, and such a gory scene did not truly transpire. I'd hope not.
It has been such a while since anybody asked my name, I quite forgot. I apologize for my rudeness. It was quite the oversight.
It's you're giving me a place to stay. Wait, to
Yes, well...
The nun smiled a soft...
you really don't have a name, huh?
Nope, she don't have a name. The nun smiled a soft...
That's not a thread that the mystery is like, but there's blah, 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 blah. No, that I want to know. That's the one I want to know.
That's the one mystery we do want to know. What the fuck is her name?
No, why doesn't she have one?
Why doesn't she have one?
Yeah, what does Daffodil call her? Nun?
Sister. She calls her sister.
I guess.
I mean, we apparently remember, Daffodil's name. But we can't remember her name. No, of course not.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense. Cool story. Yep, totally makes sense. The nun smiled a soft, charming smile accentuated by a light pink tinge to her cheeks and ducked her head. Oh, there we go. We got a name out of her. Finally.
Yes.
Finally.
My name is Madeline.
Like the goddess?
Like the goddess indeed, I fear it is quite a feat to live up to.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
From what little the traveler knew about Madeline, she seemed like a perfect goddess to them already.
And this is an excellent time
To
segue into another episode.
Hey!
Yes.
Perfect time
So-
to end this part. Woohoo!
Okay, so once again, this has been Evil Guacamole Gaming. I am the Devil's Avocado, and I've been joined by.
Layfilet!
Hopefully, the next intro will be less of a mess. We'll see you there. Farewell.
Bye-bye!
Here we are, chilling. There's a pretty sweet lady, you might say.
She's just a crazy manifestation. That's a word.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.